Yo. Epilogue time, and then we can go to ice horse hunting. I got the item. Don't really know where to go with it. I believe it's somewhere in Kitakami, but I don't really have the full deets on this. Maybe it's somewhere in Apple Hills, I don't know. In fact, I'll just check. Peachy's stall. I have the Pechaberry. I just don't know what to do with it. They said it was near the community center. I'm at the community center, no? Towards the left to find a stall. Well, what is left? Is left this way? Or is this stall? Like, are they talking about left from... Already the directions are bad. Hold on. Like, over here? Oh. What's up, TDG? Interact with the purple thing at the store. Oh, it's barely... I can barely see it. What's up, Poiple boy? How you doing? Arvin here, having all kinds of adventures. Not that big of a deal. Kidding me, man? Acting like this thing's normal. What a world traveler. Now that I think about it, it's been one crazy thing after another since you came to our school. Guess you've still been getting real busy lately. I was thinking if you have time and only if you want, you can come visit you at your house. Of course, come right over. Alright, I gotta go to Cabo Poco. Mochi Mayhem. Right. I'm trying to fly there. That was weird. I couldn't fly there. Hello. It's my old friends, not my DLC friends. It's don't worry about it. Okay. Seems fine to me. She's so pretty, my brain glitched when I saw her. Penny gay? Question mark? Would they have Nintendo Switch? This sort of blows my mind. I always kind of assumed this was like an Easter egg thing. Yeah, I didn't... I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet, bro. Squelvet blush. I don't know what I just said yes to. Dear Churro, how are you doing lately? I took a leave from school, so I'm back in Mosui Town for a while. I know we didn't get a chance to talk after everything that happened in the Underdepths. I'd really like to catch up. Could you swing a visit to Kitakami? Carmine would love to see you, I'm sure. Maybe bring a few of your friends for Paldea. I included plenty of tickets. When I change my outfit, I don't like this one. Your opinion on the DLC in general so far? Not very good. I like the biome thing. It's fun to travel. I like the music in it. That's fine. The actual plot was like kind of boring and dog shit. Flat one-note characters with nothing interesting going on. The guy said to bring friends, and where are the friends? Housekeeper. What about those 3 sheeps from the original Teal Mask? Those are my homies. I didn't even catch them yet. Oh, do you mean those 3 random people? Yeah, those are my day ones. Yeah, those dudes are my fucking homies. Those are day dots, dude. Oh, cringe, no. I think the Enter one's the one I liked. I like the winter uniform. Okay, move camera in-house. Very confusing. Is this usually the angle of the house that you're in? Get me out of here. I never go in this place. I can never go in my house because I can only see it from one point of view. Mesa goes alright. You know, I don't really want to just fly there. We'll take the detour. We'll take a scenic route. I gotta be honest, I low-key thought that when you got the permanent flying ability, I thought there was like a good chance that the game would not even let you do it in Paldea or Kitakami. Because, like, why is the synchro machine rigged to only the new area? You know what I mean? Why can't I synchronize here? It's also such a shame that you can't synchronize with ride form idiot, your ride form dog guy. And that you can't ride form him while synchro machine and climb walls and stuff. Yeah, I don't care about like lore, in-game lore for that type of thing. What's up, cousin? How you doing? I'm gonna just hide you right now. Yeah, we'll play with the in-game music on for this, and then we'll go over to something else when I start hunting the fucking horse. I should start like sitting up normally. How do you start it? You go to mystery gift and download the epilogue item, and then you go to like the little booth over here and talk to the little guy. Why, hello there. Like, I wonder why they picked random NPCs for you to do this with instead of these three. I guess because they wanted Carmine and Kieran to have the story. What's up, Animator? How you doing? All right. Ah, little freak doesn't let his hair down yet? Let your hair down, you little freak! How long is it supposed to have been? Great to see you. You little freak. Yo, we're here too. We don't know you, freak. You're Kieran, yeah, you little freak. Sure told us all about you and how you're a freak. Everyone just calls him a freak. Turo's best friend. Harvin is jealous. Yeah, you can't use a radar shiny like that for just PID to IVs. Or IVs to PID. It doesn't work that way. Don't go sympathizing with the enemy. Why is he the enemy? Yep, go have fun. She's literally insane. Oh, Lord. We're hoping this is like 20 minutes of gameplay and I can get back to the horse. I just want to have everything unlocked. I'll talk to Nimona. I like her way more. Damn it. Thank you, Limited State. Appreciate you. Who the heck is she? She's a champion. See, this is already bad, right? You shouldn't need to like Kieran lost to her and like was feeling bad about himself and was like, damn, who is this chick? But like, if someone can beat you, that just means they're good, right? You don't, and then he said, oh, this makes sense when he found out she was a Paldea champion. Like, someone's skill level isn't necessarily representative of what achievements they've got. Like, you should feel okay losing if someone's better than you, even if you know how good that you are, especially if you know how good you are. Good morning, Blisy. Yesterday, I caught my first stream and had a great time listening to you while shiny hunting Tracheon on Shield. I didn't get the shiny, but vibes were chill as fuck. Nice. Thank you. Glad you had a good time. Oh, no. Hey, that's not her, actually, right? This is like a ditto angle, Mo. Or maybe is she possessed by Mochi? Armine? What are your thoughts on Mean Kieran? I didn't really like it. I didn't think it was set up very well. Truly think that's what that was? How long has she been doing this? What am I, a doctor? How long have the symptoms appeared? Like a little hurricane, yeah. Dr. Churro, indeed. My sis may have no filter and be inconsiderate and push people's buttons, but I'd rather see her be her old self than Mochi Chicken. Sure. Oh, yeah. Friends help one another. They're not psychos, Kieran. That'd be eepy, dude. All right. You just download the item from the Poke Portal. Yeah, it's already in the game. You just need the item to unlock it. I was actually also thinking that, by the way. Like, eventually that function will stop and this will not be possible, right? Maybe it's less of an epilogue and more of a... Maybe they're treating it less as an epilogue and more as something like the Darkrai event, just extended. Are they ripping me off? Are they doing a story sequence puzzle for an event Pokemon? Like my legendary beasts? Nimona, what's all over your mouth? Were you eating snacks without us? I have to be honest with you. The dialogue in the epilogue has like an insane energy about it. When I see a help yourself sign, I don't ignore it. There was a Mochi left though. Oh no. She ate Mochi. Do you have any idea how to change the channel on the TV? It just keeps playing the same tourism video over and over again. Like, what is this, a bit? You agree my plan is genius to find the remote. Ah, I'm tired. I can't move the camera. The boys' restroom. It's funny, they use the Pikachu with the heart tail as the girls' restroom, and a regular Pikachu tail as the boys' restroom. That's cute. Is that an actual cute detail? Wow. See, this shit is like boring. Like, why are you making me press A on everything? Did I just gotta talk to everybody? Have you found it? You just passed it to play. No spoilers. What the hell, dude? Who did we lose? Did we lose Nimona? Does motherfucker say Kitakami's dangerous at night? Yo, what up, boy? How's it dangerous at night? It's a village of like 5 people. What the fuck? There's crime in your 5-person town? That's crazy. It's like actually impressive if there's crime in your 5-person town. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Trying to play through the DLC, finishing whatever. What, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sort of out of it right now. I gotta do talk to the villagers. His eyes look red. These motherfuckers about to say mochi to me. Mochi? This has become a, like, zombie storyline. Oh, we're battling now. All 79? That's pretty high. Alright, I've destroyed them both. Don't eat mochi challenge impossible. I got use liquidation. There's nobody there. I will say it's really funny that post-game content like this never reconciles the fact that these random 2 people in Kitakami have Pokemon that are at level 79, like higher than any Pokemon we fought so far. You know what I mean? Nice, Ice Wolf. I hope you get your driver's license. Oh, this is guaranteed to be a kid? No, it's for kids. Pokemon is a game for kids. It's just supposed to be a silly story. I think it's kind of funny. I'm quite literally enjoying the plot of this more than either of the 2 DLCs so far. It's supposed to be silly. Like, things are supposed to be silly, and that's okay. Things can be silly and cringe, like it's on purpose. It really is a curse. I agree. Nimona, I see her. We must catch Nimona. It's become a ghost town. We'll keep with, she's up front. Because, like, possession and, like, mind control is, like, very adult and, like, very creepy. Oh, a TM I've missed. So I think it's like typically not a place you want to go with children's games because it's very like, it's like very easy to become uncomfortable thinking about mind control stories. I don't see Nimona. Nemdobda. Are you down here? Nemdobda. Oh, we know this guy's Kieran's grandparents, right? What's up, Original Riser? How you doing? She tuckered herself all out with all that dancing. He's really loud and full of energy. I don't get why he calls you Churro. My name is Churro. I named my character Churro. Mochi. Eat the mochi. No! Don't eat the mochi! Grandpa, no! He's dead. Grandpa, no! You gotta be kidding me. Snowed in again. I want more snow here, but it's not been snowing. What an awful dance. It's the chicken dance. The horse is going to be slow. I'll change the title when I get back to the ice horse hunt. Polygraph, no liquidation and waterfall. This is very funny. There's a Homestar reference, you know, Ghibli's too. I know of Homestar Runner, but I don't know much about it. Oh, the wheezing. I can't believe Weezing lived. Punch him. Why is the DLC like this? Who's doing this? I think it's a Pokemon is doing it. I think there's a little guy. There's a little guy. Hypno. Oh no, Kieran's freaking out. Kieran. I think he's just a little guy. I don't think Pokemon stories need to be more adult friendly too much. Oh, I should be reading that. Oh no, they just beat up Arvin. Pokemon. Pokemon stories should have drugs and Nemonas should say fuck. You're funny. That's a good comment. Oh my lord. I'm going the wrong way. That's gonna be chat comment of the day. Good joke. X and Y's story is like dumb and childish. I think, you know, Black and White's story, okay, Black and White's story gets a lot of praise for things that is not true. Like, oh my god, it's so laggy, dude. Look at this. Look how laggy this is. All right, it's back to normal. But like Black and White 1 asks a question that it's not capable of reconciling. Like Black and White 1 says, are Pokemon being enslaved for battle? Blah, blah, blah. And it kind of asks that question like, and it doesn't answer it. It basically says yes, but it's fine anyway. What's happened? Oh, Arvin. Is Arvin embarrassed? What the fuck? Did not expect that to open up. Oh. Maybe I have skipped cutscenes on? I don't think I do. Do I? Oh, I do. Oops. I just missed something. How many times did you play this game? Twice. The whole town. You can see like characters in the background doing the dance. Ichi Chibi. What is happening? I don't even know why I would have skip cutscenes on. What's up, Mount Belly? How you doing? Yeah. That's pretty much what's happening, Jeff. My wife named mac and cheese. I'm not renaming it. Is there all this is to the new update? It's not even an update, honestly. This was kind of, I think this was included in the, this is like the end game to the, there's 2 DLC plots, right? There's the Teal Mask and then there's Indigo Disc. This is the epilogue to those 2 plots. Yeah, this is the epilogue to those 2 plots. So it's just supposed to be like a silly ending story as far as I can tell. I mean, I don't think the plot in the other ones was particularly good. But it's definitely less. In fact, funny enough, I am enjoying this plot better than the other ones. To be honest with you. What's up, Lily? How you doing? What's up, E24? How you doing? Because this is just kind of like a silly, consequential thing that's just happening. And it's not like taking itself seriously with lots of like lore exposition. It's just like people are eating mochi and dancing the chicken dance, and it's like, it's just kind of silly. I don't know. Like, I'm amenable to like silly, you know, inconsequential plots like this. Like, you can get me with these kind of things. I kind of like these types of things. But like, that doesn't mean it's like high quality, if that makes sense. It's just like, it's just a little thing, you know, like it's just a little thing. That's all. It's just a little thing that's silly. Like, even now I'm getting annoyed. There's too much dialogue in this. Like, half of the dialogue is literally just the word mochi over and over again. And it's kind of annoying. Like, they stop the game, have a bunch of dialogue, and like make the word mochi over and over said again, and it's like, can you fucking stop? Like, in the battle they kept having Arvin and Penny say mochi. It's like, we get it. They had to reuse dialogue. The Nintendo e-reader only has so much space. True. Yeah, the problem really is that Game Freak's using the Nintendo e-reader to get all these new events into Scarlet and Violet, and because the e-reader can only hold 2,000 kilobytes, they really didn't have a lot of room. I actually don't know where I'm going. Hello, TM I've never obtained. Oh. Holy fuck. If the game was running on the e-reader, the FPS would make more sense. Dude, I don't know if you were here earlier, Jeff, but there was like an ultra turbo lag when I was flying around. Am I gonna... Dude, if I have to fight them again, I'll be very annoyed. Nimnobda. They match. I guess the Mochi couldn't completely override her Battle Mania. That's very funny to me. Oh, I see. Kieran is going to hold off the village while we stop Nimona because she's so powerful. This is like being played up as a bit, but it's actually like kind of scary. Like imagine this, like you and your like sort of frenemy slash rival have to fight an entire town to maintain free will. They're like kind of scary, to be honest with you. We'll lead with Randy. Still guy could take over a city, yeah. Have a Mochi full match. This reminds me of the plot of the seminal classic movie Trail of the Screaming Forehead, where an alien race that had to devolve into forehead parasites after they destroy their own planet with nuclear war invade Earth and start attaching themselves to people's foreheads to take over humanity so they could live on Earth. Yeah, I should have switched. I didn't pay attention. Ice Plunge. Okay, buddy. I guess the Mochi doesn't know how to battle very good. Gudra. I'll switch. So what Asian's BP again? It's like a 90, right? It's a little stronger than Waterfall. Maybe it's the same as Waterfall. I don't actually know off the top of my head. It's definitely stronger than Waterfall, but it doesn't have it doesn't have it's 85. Was Waterfall 80? Yeah, it's 80. So it's 5 BP stronger than a Waterfall, but it doesn't have the flinch chance and instead has a defense drop chance. I think Waterfall still has merits because flinch is very powerful. Defense drops are also powerful, but like the defense drops I think is better against Pokemon that are like walls. Like you can force out physical tanks with defense drops. Waterfall's probably better against like an offensive threat that you like. I mean, Waterfall could also be good against a defensive threat, honestly. Like, it's like, oh, if something would be a 2-hit KO, but they could 1-hit KO you back, and then you flinch them with the Waterfall, then Waterfall will flinch them, you'll live, and then you get to take them out. Dusk Noir. Does flinch prevent switch out? No, switch out happens before everything. The idea would be something like you have a Gyarados in on a Rotom Heat, and you know you have a Gyarados in on a Rotom Heat, and you know that the Rotom is not going to be 1-hit KO'd by a Waterfall, and Gyarados will be 1-hit KO'd by the Thunderbolt from the Rotom Heat. But if you Waterfall and flinch the Rotom, then it's effectively the same as a 1-hit KO. I mean, they could switch out the Rotom and save it for later, but, you know. Bugterra, cringe. Oh, she terrored Ghost. I actually thought she would terror Fire. Here I go, Chi. Wow, that did a lot of damage. I missed. What is this Mochi thing stat? Mochi Pokemon. I want the Pokemon, bro. What's this guy called? Fuck, I don't know his name. Well, a Pecharunt. Let's see. I want to see this guy's stats. Oops, I clicked to make it rain. I didn't really want to. Do you evolve into anything? Doesn't look like it. Oh. Wow, that's an insane noise, first of all. What is the thing's stats? What's up with these stats? Why are all of its stats 88? Except defense. What the fuck? Why did this guy get made? Does my Eon Timer look different? I have a custom skin in it. I want to see if this thing gets different stats. Does anybody know off the top of their head if you can reset for it? I'm sort of hoping it's got, oh yeah, Ayanami's the one who made it. I don't think it's Ayanami's art, but Ayanami's the one who combined it. It's always timid. Oh shit, do we have another like Ursaluna reset angle? We might be pivoting into Pecharunt resets for 0 attack or something. Gold Dingo is the perfect counter to this thing. Its ability is pretty cool. Pokemon poisoned by Pecharunt's moves will also become confused. Look at this lag! The cutscene's lagging! Oh, is it a free catch in like a beast ball? Sometimes my Pokedex entries lag. It looks like this is going to be more of a special attacking guy. Maybe I'll reset for 0 attack. Can I abandon Kieran there? Oh, she's there. Have I catch that Entei? No. Do you believe Pecharunt is a good mythical? Is it a mythical? This counts as a mythical? Ugh. Resetting for Pecharunt is going to take forever. Well, then if I'm going for 0 attack, what I'll have to do is go for a substitute user. It comes at level 88 too. I have to go into the boxes. Alright, it looks like the stats are probably randomized. It is also always timid. Alright, we're gonna do a we're gonna pivot. We'll go for the horse later. All right. Being a mythical has nothing to do with stats. Being a mythical is just like, are you part of a limited time event only? And then even now it's kind of changed because... Alright, so can I just bail? Alright, so here's what we need to do. Pecharunt has a base 88 attack stat. So what we can do is go to the Smogon damage calc. I don't know if they've got Pecharunt in here already. They do. Nice. All right, so one. So we want to. Oh, and it's timid. We want to heal for 159 health is what we want. Be a strength sap. So I think it's going to be worth it to set that up because the cutscene after it is quite long, right? Oh, I don't know why I'm flying like I need to go to the PC. Can I search by move? Compatible TM. Is Strength Sap a TM? It is not a TM. Okay, who learns it then? The fucking T. There's a bunch of ghost types that learn it. Yeah, Arbolivia is not going to be a good user of that. I don't think I want to use Arbolivia doesn't get it by level up anyway. Arboliva Smogon. Maybe I do want it to be Arboliva. Well, let's see. What level is let's open up a damage calc, see who's the best Pokemon to do this with. All right. But 360 divided by 4 is 90. So one sub does not remove enough health from this for me. Can I start the battle at not full health? This is a big question, actually. If I start the battle right now, am I at lower than full? Am I at full health or no? Because if I'm not at full health, then I can just start missing health. Right? So let's see that. Do not heal me. Please do not send out a full health Azumarill. Oh, this is good. All right, so we just need a strength set Pokemon, and we actually just need it to be fast speed because since we're not looking for 0 speed because it doesn't appear to be like a Trick Room user, what we want to do is what we want to do is get a Pokemon that's EV trained fast. So I think Drifblim will work out well. All right, where can I get a Drifblim? All right, do I have one already in my boxes? I don't have one. All right. It is in El Fornado Cavern. I don't even know where that is. North Province Area 1. Where the fuck is North Province, baby? I mean, 88 attack and special attack are not that horrible. That's like usable for a defensive Pokemon. I don't think it's going to be particularly good. What the fuck? Oh, I'll come back for you later. What's this guy doing here? I am looking for a... Drifloon or whatever. Okay, I'm not looking for you. Drifloon. Video mail. Dang it. I don't think I have any Pokemon with Strength Sap. And I could go check my boxes again, but I don't think I have anything that has it. Who? This thing learns it by egg move. I need to find like a Poltegeist. Or a Polchageist. I'm looking for a Strength Sap. Oh, I have you. Alright, hold on. Polchageist. We'll go in the bag. I should have a teacup for it. Evolve. I don't think any. I don't know if it has the move already. I don't expect anything to have it yet. Yeah, sure. We'll get rid of Mega Drain. All right, what we're gonna do now is. Perfect. Remember a move. We'll do this. We will do your spite. Oh, there it is. Must be the first move learned. I will go to the bag and I will do just make it fast. Do I have any? Oh, I need a little bit more carbos than that. So we will buy carbos. Okay. Go into the bag, do the EV training angle. And then we will go. This is a little bit overkill, but I want to make sure that it's faster. So we'll go to Montevideo. We'll go to Montevideo and then we will just hypertrain speed. Then, oops, we want to give it a choice scarf. Search by this so you can get to see right away. We will heal everyone. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. I know, but it's not like these items are hard to get, so it's worth it to just train it like this, I think. Okay, what the fuck? Why did you just say that to me? What? What does that tooltip? All right, so now we need it to be. We want to heal 159 HP, so. We want to be at like 124 or less health. I wonder what the best way to do that is. I wonder if I can remember, like... Okay, what's 50... What's, Okay, Memento won't do it. Or if we can just go, like... What the heck? I wonder if we can just, like, do this. Fight an ice type, lose some health. I can switch between high res and low res. Do you see that? I don't have curse. Okay, this did no damage. I need to go to a stronger place. What the hell is going on here? Oh my god, I want to be in the battle loop. I need to find higher level Pokemon. Go to area 0 maybe. Give me something that will fuck me up. Come on, hurt me. Dude, come on. Attack me! That also did no damage. Oh, Lord. We'll just let ourselves get chipped down. Holy shit, this is so tilting. I'm gonna run and see if this thing can learn Substitute. I mean, I think it shouldn't be unreasonable to expect me to fucking be able to get hit by wild Pokemon, but they just don't attack me. We'll get rid of play. Run. Sub. Right, we're at 110. I don't think any move will add like 4 HP or whatever. So I think I'm gonna run, try and take damage, see if I can get to a 4. Hey, Braviary, what's up? I don't really need to be exactly at that, but it would just be nice to see. It's like, okay, if I get to full health, that's it. Well, no, I want to be... Wait, no, I'm an idiot. I'm calculating this wrong. Anyway. Two, 3 minus... It's 115. So, I need to be... I'm at 110 right now. All right, so I think we're actually good as it is. I think we're good as it is because we want to be below 115 health. So we want to get healed for 159 and be at 269. This is what we want to be at. That's what we want to be doing. All right, we have that set up. Now I'm going to switch controllers. All right. What we're going to do is go for resets. We're gonna have 0 resets. All right. All right. Oh, I should after this battle, we're gonna change the music. We're looking for, also I'll change this actually as well. Zero attack because this Pokemon doesn't look like it's going to be using physical attacks. It's going to be using special attacks, and I want it to be taking less damage from foul play. This looks like mainly a special attacker, not based on the fact that it's got a better attack stat than physical, but based on the fact that its special move pool seems to be superior from my perception. All right, so I'm going to go into options. I'm gonna turn the music off. They don't appear to be set, so I'm resetting for it. What I want to do is get some music going. All right. We want to heal to 269. Oh, that's a 1, I think, isn't it? Wait, am I drunk? What's going on here? Hold on. Did I get the wrong... Do I have to... Okay, we want to heal... Hold on. We want to heal to 253. So we're not at 1. All right, there we go. We want to heal to 253. Want to heal to 253. These are at 110 plus 143, which is the minimum attack stat this thing can have. If we heal to 254, it's a 1. Is this Pokemon relevant? Probably not. It's brand new. Its stats look kind of bad, and its typing is kind of bad. Well, its typing is not that bad because it's Ghost Poison, which we've had before, which is Gengar, right? So like, but the thing is, it's I don't know. It's got an interesting ability. We'll see. I mean, the other stats aren't awful, but yeah, we'll see. It also might not even be legal in VGC. People are saying this counts as a mythical. I don't actually know if that's true or not. Oh, this is our third reset. We've done 3 resets so far. All right. Let me actually do it like this now. Should have added a 0 IV mochi. People keep saying, oh, they should have done a 0 IV thing. They should have done a 0 IV this. It is, the problem is so much deeper than needing just a 0 IV bottle cap or something like that. You need to be able to arbitrarily decide a stat because you want to be able to, like, especially on these single encounter Pokemon, right? Like, if you're a VGC player and this is a legal and relevant Pokemon, like Blood Moon Ursaluna was, you have to not finish the DLC just so you can reset over and over again for that Pokemon, or you have to replay it. And you know, catching it just for testing and figuring stuff out like that isn't going to be viable. We're at 264. It's independent of the Sinistra stats. You just need it to have more HP. Basically all you need to do is have your Sinistra have more max HP than the max amount of the attack. So a Pecharunt's max attack is 683, or not 683. The Pecharunt's max attack is 168, right? You want to be having more max HP than 168, and then you want to be at an HP that when you heal for the amount that you know. So I want to heal to 253 because I'm at 110 plus 143 is 253. It's that simple. What does that have to do with anything, Damo? You could just take a Pokemon into an old game, get rusted bottle cap or whatever it's called, and then alter the IVs. Like what does having parity with it mean? Yeah, I don't even know what you mean there. I don't think that needs, no, they don't, because now Pokemon Home preserves how a Pokemon is. So like, for example, the nature mints, like if you nature mint a Pokemon, because they don't like if you nature mint a Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, send it into bank and then send it into another game, it loses the mint. So that would just work because like right now they're having trouble with bottle caps on Pokemon that aren't level 100 being able to send backwards. What's the trouble? What do you mean they're having trouble doing that? Why is there music playing? Didn't I turn the music off? I don't know if the EVs stay or not. I don't know how, I don't know what is deterministic anymore. It's like, it generates like game profiles for every Pokemon. What up, Green Darkness? How you doing? A little late for you to be here, huh? I didn't save after I changed settings. I thought I did, but I probably didn't. No, what do you mean it breaks legality? Oh, no. What do you mean breaks compatibility? Like you're saying it breaks compatibility in some way. Like, what do you mean? Like, you have to explain what you mean. Like, is something going wrong when you train, when you do that? Like, if it's just be like as long as there's no actual issues, like you have to, like, you're complaining about something to me or explaining something to me that you're not even sure of, which is why I'm like, you know, a little bit frustrated with the things that you're saying to me, right? You're saying to me, are you sure that you can't move those mons into them? We could test that right now. I've never heard that. I could test that right on stream right now. I suspect that's not true, for the record. Let me turn the music off. Get out of here. You took a half day? I don't, to be clear, I actually don't care very much about BDSP. The game sucks ass, so who cares? But like, even if you can't do that, like, that's not really a big deal. Like, even if you can't do that, is that like a huge deal? You just make it level 100. I think it's totally feasible for Game Freak to implement a zero IV feature. We're looking for 253. It's 278 to 31. Let's see. 278 is 31, so. All right. Let's actually add another one here. I've hit 3 so far. It counts as mythical? That's fine. I mean, you could still use it in other battles. I actually also think that I don't think that there should be an issue with I don't think bottle cap should be hyper training Pokemon. I would prefer if they let you pick any stat that you wanted, and then after that you just like, it just lets you breathe down the IVs and stuff, for example. Seven. $256 is really close. I don't understand why they need to make a Pokemon hyper trained versus not just changing the IV. Like, what's the purpose of that? Well, Henry, there is some validity to preserving the grind, and I can explain that if you're interested, right? When Pokemon is a single player challenge, right? When you are, for example, if you go back to Pokemon Emerald and you want to design a team for the Battle Frontier, right? I think the grind to get decent Pokemon for the Battle Frontier is actually totally acceptable because it is a single player challenge, right? Part of the single player challenge should be, do you have the patience? Do you have the in-game knowledge to breed a decent Pokemon? I think that type of thing is important for a single player RPG, right? So I think preserving the grind for single player mechanics is actually totally fine and interesting. It's just for competitive play, it's not, right? Competitive play is different. I would actually prefer if you had a full Pokemon editor that was only usable in online competitions or local multiplayer. That was a max IV Pokemon, by the way. Like, I would prefer if they were able to have a Battle Frontier again, and then you can't use bottle caps for the Battle Frontier. You can't do any of that for the Battle Frontier. I think that could make it fun. You just transferred a level 60 Hyper Trained Dragonite from Scarlet Violet to Shining Pearl. So why did all these people say... Why did all these people say that? Like, a bunch of people insisted that was, like, just the truth of the matter. I wonder why. Like, where did people get that misconception? They might have fixed it. I remember hearing this is an issue. I actually don't believe it's an issue. I'm actually more inclined to believe one Pokemon fan made it up and no one else listened to it. I'm gonna check this. Bulbapedia says it has to be level 100. So this must have been an issue before. I can link you a tweet if you like. No, you can't. Because YouTube chat doesn't let people link things, and I don't know how to fix it. Also not entirely sure if I want it fixed, so there's that. But yeah, I would believe that if I would believe that Pokemon Home would be fine with just like wiping the hyper training when you send it into Home. I don't think that'd be a big issue. I have a lot of issues with the wired communication with this, so I turned wired communication off. Pretty sure Pokemon just lose the ability to Gmax. That's surprising that they don't even keep it in the Pokemon struct at all. We're hacking an old 3DS to put all the Pokemon games on it. I don't think Gen 3 on the 3DS is particularly worth it because there is no ability to engage with any trading features or anything like that. Gen 1 and 2 could be worth it. Is this guy shiny locked? Probably, but I don't actually know. Nor do I care. If mine doesn't have 0 attack, and it's shiny, I will reset over it. This is the truth. And anybody who knows me know that's a fully true statement. At least Lord Cerebi says it's so. It's so funny. People give Joe Merrick a lot of credit for it, but like, Joe gets all his info from other people. Like, Joe's day one info is literally no different than someone like Austin John. Like, he just waits for data miners to do it and then gets the work. He does more work than them because he actually has to manually look for like item positions and stuff, but yeah. Austin John's a goat? No, Austin John's a piece of shit. Did he do something I'm not aware of? Yeah, he's like a content thief. Like, he takes other people's content and just monetizes it for his own gain while doing no work. Yeah, like, dude, like, it's not even just Twitter things. Like, smaller creators, smaller YouTubers will go out of their way, like my friend Papa Hefe, spend fucking 3 days of their life researching mechanics, studying it, post a video on it, and then instantly, within like 5-10 hours of a person making the YouTube video that they researched and worked on themselves, he will just fucking copy the video verbatim, which fully steals all of the work that that person did. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they cite the original video. Like, he didn't put any of the work in. And if he wanted to show his subscribers, oh, look at these recipes, what you do is you fucking use the YouTube community feature and say, check out this great thing from a smaller content creator, right? That's what you have to do, right? What you don't do is, like, imagine if I saw someone make, imagine if Scarlet and Violet has RNG discovered and I somehow don't know about it right away. Like, usually I know the developers and I'm working with the developers and talking to them and stuff like that. But let's say some random developer discovers it on their own, that, which is not possible, by the way, and then they make a YouTube video explaining the whole process, right? If I see that video when it's at 1,000 views and then I make the video mimicking their process and showcasing it, I'm a fucking asshole. Like, I just stole their shit. That's theft. Like, that's blatantly just theft. So yeah, Austin John does that to everyone. He uses the content that smaller and lesser known people do who have no ability to stop him. He takes it and he monetizes their work. He's literally making money off of the work of other people without their consent, and actively hurting his competition. It's almost like monopolization, where what he's doing is damaging competition that is smaller than him and preventing them from growing by stealing their shit. Absolute garbage behavior. It does not matter if he credited the source at all, because he didn't do any research. And it's not the same if you're sourcing Twitter or something. It is different because Twitter and YouTube are different platforms. Yeah, it's complete horseshit. Yeah, rant over. It looks like it was just fixed, easy peasy. Okay, I'm not looking for a 31 attack. I'm looking for a 0 attack. I'm looking for a 0 attack because whatever this is called, Pecharunt. Pecharunt looks like it's going to be using special attacks more than physical attacks. And if it's not going to be running physical attacks, then I don't need to use physical attack at all, and I want it to have a 0 in its attack stat before I catch it. And the 31 attack IVs, what I'm doing here is counting how many times I've seen 31 attack, right? And the reason I'm doing that is I want to show how Pecharunt coming with 3 perfect IVs is actually bad for the hunt like this. Because a lot of people complained, they said, oh, the legendaries are bugged, they don't come with 331 IVs anymore. And it's like, to me, it's actually a bad thing if legendaries come with 331 IVs. And that's because if they come with 331 IVs, that means every single stat basically has a 50-50 chance of having a 31 IV in it, which is bad because it makes the odds of finding a 0 in speed or attack, the 2 stats you're going to want zeros in the most, low. It's going to make them much lower than before. And you don't want that. What are your thoughts on the way Game Freak uses ring in their games? What do you mean? You mean like RNG? Oh, okay. I mean, my takes for making Pokemon more accessible are like, I mean, I guess not to sound rude, but like I talk about them very heavily in my videos. So like you're gonna need to be like more specific. Like, what do you mean? What are my takes on making them? I think Pokemon should be as accessible as possible, right? Like the whole, well, there's a couple of things I have problems with. One, despite my videos, I don't only enjoy Pokemon through the aspect of competitive play. And I think that tackling the franchise from only the lens of competitive play is to its detriment. I believe that just strictly to its detriment, and that Pokemon games should be more than just a single player adventure that ends quickly so you can get to the post game and start doing competitive play. I think that is to the franchise's detriment, because when Pokemon, and like you can make the post game content more competitive focused, but it should not be the only thing that you're doing. It's the 15th one. Well, strength sap heals you for the number that their attack stat is, right? So I went from 110 to 178 there, right? That means I healed for 168 there, and that Pokemon had perfect attack. Most fun you had with Pokemon was pre-online. That's not true for me, because the most fun I've ever had with Pokemon was probably Diamond and Pearl Wi-Fi battles. Like engaging with those communities, that's how I met lifelong friends of mine. RNG manipulation will never be possible in Scarlet and Violet. No. What's up, Steven? How you doing? Well, Gen 4 Wi-Fi didn't just have a good vibe. Gen 4 Wi-Fi was more customizable than any Wi-Fi after it. Gen 4 Wi-Fi had a couple of different settings if you don't remember from back then. Gen 4 Wi-Fi had open level, it had level 100, and it had level 50. So if you're doing a Gen 4 Wi-Fi battle, there is no timer, right? There is no timer. The match doesn't arbitrarily end after 20 minutes like they do all the time now, right? On top of that, you could force Pokemon to always be level 50. So when you send a Pokemon out, if they're above 50, they go below it. If they're below 50, they go above it. Or you could force them to level 100, right? And that's great for Smogon battles because Smogon battles are at level 100. And then on top of all of that, you could do open level. So if you wanted to allow various levels, like stuff that Randobats do, or if you want to allow for level 1 strategies while still allowing people to have level 100 Pokemon, that's also available. And so they took all of those customizabilities away in Gen 5, basically. Gen 5 is the one that removed the level 100 thing. And then they started adding timers in Gen 6. Gen 6 added an hour-long timer to the battle, which, you know, is a long battle. But at the same time, why can't we choose, if we are battling with a friend, to select a rule that lets us have as much time as we want? You're doing peer-to-peer, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. There is not RNG manipulation in literally every other game. Sword and Shield. This is crazy, Snom. I want to point out, Snom, you've been in chat before and you seem nice, but here's what I want to say to you. This is something that very much frustrates me a lot. You said there's RNG manipulation in literally every other Pokemon game. I don't know why you think it's impossible in Scarlet and Violet, okay? So, first of all, there is not RNG manipulation in literally every other Pokemon game. That isn't true. You cannot RNG manip at all, no matter what you do in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. In addition, multiple Switch games have Pokemon that cannot be RNG'd. So for example, in Sword and Shield, you cannot RNG the Regis, the 2 new Regis, and you cannot RNG manip anything in Dynamax Adventure, and you never will be able to, okay? In addition, in Pokemon Legends Arceus, you will never be able to RNG the static count encounters. Stuff like, what's the pink thing called? Enamoris. You cannot RNG these Pokemon. And there's various reasons for why you cannot do that in those specific games. Now, the reason I don't think I know that RNG will not be possible is not because I just think it, right? I don't think randomly for literally no reason, right? No, Enam cannot be. Enam can be using custom firmware, but I don't count that as real. I think it's fake. I think it's cheating. You can't do it without hacking. If you can't do it without hacking, you can't do it. That's my thought. It's not crypto secured. It's just bullshit. There's a difference. And I was about to explain the difference between the two of them. So to continue, I don't think that RNG won't be possible in Scarlet and Violet, right? That's not in a random opinion I have from me thinking, man, they haven't discovered it yet, blah, blah, blah. I know nothing. I'm a stupid idiot. I am a stupid idiot, but I also do know some things. And basically, this game entirely uses the cryptographically secure seed from the Switch's internal chip, right? That seed, we cannot get into it or look at what it's doing. We cannot know what data it's producing and when. All we can do is know what seed it ends up giving the game at the end. But the problem with that is that in other games, sorry, a second, my brain isn't. In other games, what it does, in like Sword and Shield, for example, right? In Sword and Shield, the game takes the cryptographically secure seed and it puts it into the game. And then it does non-secure math to it, right? The game itself will do math to those numbers RAM in game. So we don't need to be able to figure out how the number is generated. We just need to be able to take that number and do what we want to it, right? Scarlet and Violet do not give you the opportunity to do anything with that number, right? It'll generate a random number to use for this Pokemon here, right? But then it doesn't do anything ever to that number for any Pokemon in the entire game. It never does anything to it. All it does is take the number, attach it to a Pokemon, and that's it. If the RNG ever advances, it's not for Pokemon generation. They just use fully asynchronous things. Now, is there a chance the developers of some RNG tools, some RNG researchers have missed something? Maybe they missed overworld RNG and Sword and Shield for a very long time. But the reason I say it's not possible is because there's no reason to get your hopes up, right? Maybe somebody missed something, but right now, we pretty much understand exactly how the RNG works. And again, unless there's a very big oversight where nobody thought to check, like, do the overworld encounters do this, or does anything do this? Like, nobody thought to check that to see if there's a leak anywhere. And right now, it doesn't seem possible. And a couple of other games have done this before, so we know it is foolproof. You cannot RNG eggs in Sword and Shield. You cannot RNG the Regis in Sword and Shield. And the reason you cannot RNG those Pokemon is the exact same reason you cannot RNG anything in this game. Now, there are also other Pokemon that you cannot RNG, but for different reasons. Enamorus, for example, while things will happen to the RNG, while you can cause RNG advances for Enamorus, you have actually no way to tell the stats of that Pokemon in Legends Arceus. It's impossible to know what its stats are. And because of that, you can't catch it, look at the stats and go, okay, I figured out where I am, and then try again. You can't do that. The only way to check that is by saving. And there's also RNG that works that way. So for example, in Sword and Shield, the Dynamax Raid Adventures, you actually can tell what your RNG seed is, but the problem is you have no way to do your advances, and you also have no way to control your initial seed. So knowing what your seed is worthless. So to be clear, I don't say that out of ignorance. I don't say it out of my opinion. I say it out of the way the RNG works, the way that we understand it to work, means that there is no way to do any RNG in the game at all, and there never will be, because the chip is so cryptographically secure. It will take many lifetimes of the universe to crack the numbers that it uses to secure itself. Maybe in the far future, when quantum computing is like accessible to public consumers, we'll be able to use a fucking quantum computer to break the security on this chip. Maybe then in fucking 100 years, you know what I mean? 50 years, whatever it is, right? But until then, yeah, not possible. Why do you want one with 0 attack? The reason I want one with 0 attack is because it is a ghost type who is vulnerable to be hitting by foul play, a move that does damage based on your current attack stat. And this is a Pokemon that seems to be mostly using special attacks. Am I certain that it's only going to be using special attacks, or it's mostly going to be using special attacks? No, I'm actually not 100% certain. But that's what it looks like, and if that's what I want to use it for, that's what I'm aiming for. Its physical move pool is kind of lacking. Its special move pool is not lacking. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I probably will. Board stiff. These resets are also really slow. It's kind of frustrating. I don't know much about what Eternatus does. It is probably only a special attacker. That's a very long reset though, isn't it, Red Stinger? Thanks, Captain Something. It is quicker than Blood Moon. But that's because I don't need 2 stats, to be fair. And the cutscene is shorter, but yeah, not needing 2 stats is helpful. But this doesn't look like it's going to be a Trick Room user. This does not look like it's going to be a Trick Room user from my perspective. Well, like I said, Mr. Grimlock, we know how the RNG works in this game. We literally know how it works. The problem isn't knowing how it works. The problem is knowing how the switch you know, the thing is, there's a chance that even if we crack the seed generation process, right? Even if we get behind the security of the switch chip for however it generates its seeds, right? Even if we do that, there's a chance that it uses fucking nanosecond timing and we can't control the seeds anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just even if you crack the crypto on the chip on the switch, that doesn't even mean that it's going to be possible. The fucking GameCube uses nanosecond timing. The speed the disc is spinning, and if the disc is wobbling at all in a strange way, literally affect the seeding of the fucking GameCube game. So, yeah. Doing live battery on Ruby is like way easier than doing nanosecond timing. Live battery on Ruby is 1 minute. What's up, Heat Boy? How you doing? The Squabble RNG one? Oh, dude, I wish you could do something to control the initial seeding on the GameCube games. Yeah, exactly. Easy peasy. It can't be shiny. Now, Shaker Entry, have you read the title of the stream? Can you read what it says? Please, do you have eyeballs? It looks like you can type English. What have you read on the title? Please tell me what you read. I would love to know. Tell me if the word shiny is in there. The title says I'm looking for a 0 attack one. If I'm not looking for a shiny. I'm not looking for a shiny. I'm looking for a 0 attack. Zero speed is not important on this one, no. This one's not even really an attacker. Like, I'm not hunting for nowhere in the title, nowhere in the description, nowhere in the thumbnail does it say if it's shiny. You were asking if it was shiny locked? No, you didn't use a question mark. You said it can't be shiny. That's a statement. What the? Come on, bro. People have done RNG manips for Peach bomb pulls. They use that in the world record. There's a great video of it, of the Peach RNG manipulation thingy that she uses in Super Smash Bros. Melee for break the targets. I don't see. Fuck. I've been in top chat this whole time. Sorry, guys. Oh, Lord. I forget who made it. I don't think it was turned down for Walt. I think it was somebody else. Maybe it was turned down for Walt. Oh, it was Practical Tasks. That's right. That's a perfect attack. TMI, Andy. I would say that much. I would say TMI. Is the move Malignant Chain any good? I don't know. Let's check. Malignant Chain. Doink. What does this move do? This move is 100 power, 100 accuracy. We're off to a good start. Has a 50% chance to toxic somebody. This is a good move. And I would say it's a good move. It is poison type, so you know, a move being poison type is generally detrimental. It's good against fairy types, but with Golden Joe all over the place in general, you know what I mean? Yeah, if you poison someone with this Pokemon, it will be confused. I mean, 100 power is a good move. Its typing is like a little eh. New lowest at 255 healed. Yeah, I think my lowest before was 257. I'd seen a couple of times. Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Grimlock. I don't know what the heck is up with this Pokemon. All of its stats are 88 except defense, which is 160. It's like, what? It's also got kind of a weird typing for a bulky Pokemon. It's got a lot of weaknesses and not a lot of useful resistances. Like, it's weak to dark, ground, psychic, ghost. Like, those are some serious ass weaknesses, you know what I mean? And it, you know, the fairy resist is good. I will give it that. Fighting immunity is okay. It's not like, you know, any immunity is good. I don't think fighting is one of like the pinnacle important ones. So we'll see how it shakes out. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start playing competitive Pokemon? What you have to do. So I think if you want to start playing competitive Pokemon, step one, figure out what metagame you want to play. You know, a lot of people on Twitter and stuff will point you towards VGC straight away, but check out Smogon, see what it's like. VGC is not necessarily any more rewarding than a Smogon metagame. VGC does have the IRL tours, which is cool, but the problem with VGC is that its format is worse online. If you're not playing a best of 3, I think it's just less fun. If you're not playing best of 3 OTS, I really don't like the format, to be quite frank. And then on top of that, going to these IRL tournaments like will cost money. Like it costs, you have to take time off work or school, you have to travel to a place, and all of that is good and a fun experience. Do not misunderstand. Like, I think that's a very fun and good and valuable experience to have. But if you don't have the time commitment, I do think playing VGC only online is less rewarding than going into tournaments. The other thing about VGC is the past metas for it aren't around too much. The Gen 3 VGC community is very active and very welcoming. They have a very active online player base. It is a very fun space to be in. The Orc Coliseum, I would highly recommend. But OU is pretty much an entirely online community, and they're really fun. But no matter which metagame you pick, what I would start with from there is, instead of making your own team, right? Watch YouTubers. So like watch people like Moxie Boosted, like Pokeaim, like Jimothy Cool, like Freezeye. Watch their battles, analyze their battles, Sableye VGC is another great underrated VGC YouTuber. Much smaller creator, but he does a lot of, he talks through his thought process out loud in battles and stuff like that. And so I think he's he also streams almost like every day, so he does very good content for that. And so basically watch them play, listen to what they do and why, and then don't make your own team. Copy their team. Literally just take their teams. Most of the time people will provide poke paste or rental teams, and just play with their teams to see if you can get effective with their teams, right? Part of Pokemon is pretty much rote memorization. You have to remember what moves what Pokemon have and when and how they can use it and why they can use it and why would they use it and what's good in what positions and what teammates are good with each other. And you just have to, it's just a wall of doing that, playing against teams, remembering things, memorizing stuff. Like, that is the big hurdle, and you just have, there's no way around it. You just have to do it. And again, if you specifically like a certain gen, if you don't mind doing single battles and you specifically like a certain gen, if Gen 5 is your favorite, if Gen 3 is your favorite, if Gen 1 is your favorite, if Gen 7 is your favorite, Smogon has active singles metagames for every fucking gen. It has a pretty active community for it. And so you could play those. Some older VGC metas exist. Like I said, the Gen 3 VGC meta is very cool and is a good community. But I don't think that, I think Gen 3 VGC is the only past gen VGC with a remotely active community, unfortunately. There was no official VGC in Gen 3. It wasn't called Video Game Championships. It was called other things. But there was and is doubles metagames in Gen 3. I find it to be a pretty fun meta. They run it with open team sheets. Most people on the ladder will best of 3 you. Yeah, but there's been official tournaments since Gen 1. The thing is, I don't even like the term official tournaments. I actually, dude, this is like an insane, I'm like, this is like just fully insane for me to say this. Okay, are you guys ready? Official tournaments weren't official, I think, until like Gen 5, maybe Gen 4, you could argue. And I could explain it. So many people seem to think the Gen 1 tournaments are like official metagames, like the Nintendo Cup tournaments, right? Nintendo Cup is an official tournament in that Nintendo is one of the publishers of Pokemon. Nintendo helped by giving development resources via money and people to help make the game, right? But the main developer is Game Freak, right? Competitive battles were added in Gen 1 late into the game during like the debugging phase of the game after the game was basically done, because Nintendo wanted to run tournaments on television as advertisements for the games. And you can see this, that directly after the Nintendo Cup tournaments air on TV is when Pokemon sales start to spike up like crazy. Nintendo's plan worked. But Game Freak didn't develop the battle format. Game Freak didn't balance the game for the battle format. Game Freak had effectively nothing to do with the battle format of bring 6, pick 3. And that's evidenced by the fact that you can't even fucking play that way in Pokemon Red and Green or Blue. Yellow did eventually add a very simple Coliseum feature, but that's it. Game Freak put no thought into the balance for that. The Nintendo people made up their own rules as a way to try and balance it themselves because Game Freak had no way to do that. And when you think about it, that's what fucking Smogon does. That's exactly what Smogon does. They make up their own rules so they can balance it in a way they want. And how was Nintendo's tournament balanced? Was it balanced for the best, most competitive play of all time? No. It was balanced so the matches do not take 5 fucking hours, and so that they could get it done in a TV block. The matches are bring 6, pick 3, not because that's the superior way to play, not because that's an interesting balance decision, but so that their ads do not take too long, and so that the battles will end quicker. It's literally made by Nintendo to be an ad so the battles go quicker. That's why it's there. It's crazy to think about. Like the competitive format, the concept of the competitive format wasn't even born with the most competitive rules for any, they didn't try to do that. And the Gen 3 tournaments are the same. They wanted to use double battles. Do you know why? Do you think they thought, oh, double battles are more interesting? Double battles are the better format for competitive play? No, double battles are faster than single battles, and double battles are a new feature. They wanted to advertise a new feature in Gen 3, and so that's why Gen 3 ran double battle tournaments. That's it. That's also one of the reasons why they always run the games. They run the tournaments on the side console games. Why was Journey Across America run on Pokemon XD? Was it so that was it because they knew about the balance differences between XD? Like XD shows the HP values. Was that the reason? So it could be more balanced? Was it because it had team preview? No, it's because Pokemon XD was the new fucking game, and they wanted to advertise their GameCube game in a cross-promotional tournament series. That's it. It's really that simple. So like, I get very frustrated when people pretend that like VGC has this like very competitive roots and it's so much better than the fan-made metagame. It's like, no, it's not. This metagame, the metagame's origins were advertisements and cross-promotional things to get people to go to Pokemon events so they would engage with the franchise more and buy more fucking video games. And that's it. Game Freak really wasn't doing very much balancing. I probably don't think until like Gen 4 and 5. And I really don't think Game Freak did very much consideration for the competitive scene in Gen 4. I think all of that was done in Gen 5, to be honest with you. I think that's when they first started really doing competitive consideration, because Gen 5 is the first game with an actual competitive ladder. Where you can like do random battles against other people. And they would like talk about the world championship stuff. Like you could get the world champion in your game and other things like that. So in essence, they've taken a format that was meant for advertisements and they've made it better by changing it. And now the actual game's developers does stuff. Is 0 IV even possible? I mean, you by your own admission only did 7 resets. The IVs are randomized. It's 3. I mean, you can see I'm not getting the same HP value every time. 3 of them are guaranteed to be 31, and then the other 3 are randomized between 0 and 31. All right, that's my competitive play rant over. I love that it has a question mark as its name during that dialogue. But then when you get into battle, it just says the name of the Pokemon. Pecharunt. Like, why do they even obfuscate it? Why do they even hide it if it's just going to tell you the name Pecharunt? The odds for this like 1.6. They're pretty low. I don't know what they are off the top of my head. Easy peasy. I just want Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Faithful remakes. Wait, Heart Gold and, you want Heart Gold and Soul Silver to be remade? Why? Heart Gold and Soul Silver don't need a remake. They have remade remakes. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is definitely a remake of Pokemon Yellow. What frames are the starters generated on in Heart Gold Soul Silver? Oh, I don't know. I want to say it's like 1, 3, and 7, but that could be wrong. Yo, 5 members? What the heck? Thank you very much, Gibble RNG. Appreciate you. So now we'll go for another hour. I was going to end in 30 minutes, but we will go until my stream timer says 4 hours instead of 3, because I was going to stream for 3 hours today. Everybody pog a Gibble RNG. Appreciate you, dog. If you think that Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver's visuals aren't good enough, then like you're like not even a fan.
Thanks for the donation.
like the game's visuals look totally fine. They look very good. They don't need to be.
Thanks for the donation.
They don't need to be fucking ultra HD walk around. Like, people need to appreciate the visuals of how games were at a point.
Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the donation.
Like, I can acknowledge when older Pokemon games, I mean, it's just an opinion. It's like a crazy opinion. I think it's literally an insane opinion. Easy peasy's math is what looks correct to me. I don't really like the way Octopath Traveler looks. I think Gen 5 and Gen 4 look better than Octopath Traveler. Yeah, the Ursaluna, I got lucky. Yeah, but like people like you who want things to just be remade over and over are like the reason we're getting drivel like the fucking Disney remakes, where it's like you're just remaking a movie from 1999. It's like, bitch, you can play that. You can watch that. Like, what's the point? Like I would generally prefer like new things and new ideas be created than constantly every 5 years revisiting old things. We just don't need it. Things just don't need to be remade. Re-release them. Make a DS emulator for the Switch. It has a fucking touch screen, right? Just re-release that shit, man. Things have value as they were. They don't necessarily need to be remade. And I understand, you know, not everybody has a DS, not everybody has a Game Boy anymore to play all these old ass things, right? But like, just make emulators and put the games on new hardware if people want to experience them. I mean, there was a point, you know, it depends. Like Heart Gold and Soul Silver are good remakes. I like them. I don't think they were necessary, but they turned out good. But they're the exception to the rule. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green are bad. They are bad games. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are okay games. But I think if you take ORAS out of the Pokemon franchise, we don't lose a lot. Like, they're a fine game to play. I enjoy them just plenty. And they do add decently well to the story of the game in terms of character motivations, making them less headcanon-y. But like, I don't think that they're like a huge revelation that really is so big. Take out BDSP. We don't lose jack shit. They're awful. Oh Lord, I'm ranting too much about children's video games. I wouldn't go as far as saying people like you are a problem. I would go so far to say that, yeah. I think it's a totally valid criticism to say like, hey, we really should be encouraging new things. We should be encouraging slower development cycles. We don't need to eat up the same drivel constantly over and over again. Johto has Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Johto has Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Both iterations are excellent video games and fun to experience. I also think that constantly looking at games and media through a modern lens is like a bad thing. What I mean by that is if you're only playing new video game releases, you're only playing the latest releases, if you're not going back and experiencing both older games that you enjoy and older games that you've never played, your perception of what video games are is only going to be from the modern times, when things of the past have valid things, have important things, have good things for games and media in general that have lost, right? For a very long time, games kind of lost difficulty. Dark Souls, in part, is something that brought that back. For a long time, games wouldn't engage with pixel art. Pixel art was considered old. It was considered retro. Pixel art at this point, I would argue, isn't even retro. Pixel art is just a style that you can make a game. You can make a pixel art game, look retro, but you can also make a pixel art game look modern. And you could just make it more interesting and not retro. If people aren't revisiting older games, if people aren't appreciating old games, if they're not analyzing mechanics, ideas, themes, and other things like that old games did, then you're never going to be able to take them and look at them compare them to modern games and use them in a modern sense. you can just play them on an emulator. Nintendo actively not making their games available for resale means it's valid for you to fucking steal them. That isn't a joke. Can't afford Heart Gold and Soul Silver without a fucking eBay reseller buying 40 of them and selling them to you for $180? Go online and fucking download them. Like, seriously. And the thing is, Nintendo is a dog shit company. Their business practices are abhorrent, right? If they're available for resale, buy them instead to show I would support more games being sold like this. But they're not fucking selling them. They're Disney vaulting our shit. If they're Disney vaulting your shit, you fucking steal it and say, bitch, I would have paid for this. Don't Disney vault it. It's a fucked up practice. Fuck you. Doesn't RNG on emulator if you get... I don't have a problem with people doing emulation RNG. What I don't like about Emu RNG is when people use like Lua scripts and shit. Using like Lua scripts and stuff for RNG makes it not fun for me, right? It's not about thinking this or that or whatever. It's like, it's literally the fun about an RNG is the... And my friend Papa Hefe said it this way. This is a paraphrase, not a quote, because I don't remember his exact wording, but he said the fun of the RNG is using his like monkey brain and meat fingers to push the button on the digital device, and like your body and your skill getting so good that you hit A at the right time is the fun part. That's the fun part for me. So when you do emulator RNG, if you're using Lua scripts, if you're using frame advances and save states, that takes away the skill of it, right? All you have to do at that point is learn how to use the programs. So it doesn't... That's why I don't like emulator RNG. I use emulator RNG for research. And if you, like... If you do emulator RNG and you use Lua scripts and things like that, that's totally fine. Like, if that's how you if that's fun for you, that's fine. Totally fine. It's not fun for me. But you can RNG on an emulator without using Lua scripts and stuff. Like, if I couldn't afford Colo and XD, I would just RNG on an emulator the way you do. Yes, I'm trying to get the worst attack stat on Pecharunt. Yeah, I'm not even trying to... I would never try to take away from the validity of the enjoyment that people get from using Lua scripts and treating it not as an execution test, but exclusively as a puzzle-solving problem. That's a totally valid way to enjoy the games, but like I said, it's just not the thing that I enjoy. Wait, what are you talking about, Undead? I don't understand your question. Well, the epilogue was included in the Indigo disc. The epilogue was included in the Indigo disc. It just, like, I didn't have to download anything to use this. You just need the item. Oh, wow. That's a 1 attack stat. Yeah, it's a 1 attack stat, Lamau. Sword and Shield released the base game and DLC on expansion packs on release. Yes, Scarlet Valley did the same thing, but only for the teal mask. It requires a download to play Indigo disc. Dude, that's so stupid. I didn't know that. It's very dumb. Yeah, but like you should always be condemning bad business practices. I mean, the epilogue is only playable with a download from Mystery Event Undead. Or from Mystery Gift, excuse me. Up to 253. If it goes more than that, I don't want it. Almost half the time is 31 attack. More than half the time. I know, welcome to being a streamer. I put information all over the screen for people to read. Nobody reads literally any of it. And then I have to answer the question 600 times. I want to say at least 15 people have come here and said, you know, it's shiny locked, right? When the word shiny isn't in the description, video title, or thumbnail anywhere. Do you have move animations on? You cannot turn move animations off in Scarlet and Violet. There is no setting for it. You're good, Mally. Don't worry about it. I should have been running a timer for this one. Forgot to be running my live split. But I don't know when I started the hunt. What level does it have? What do you mean, what level? It's at level 88. That's what you're asking. Shiny locks are top 5 stupid thing they ever did. You know, believe it or not, I actually don't know if I think that's true, which sounds insane. What's up, Saitas? How you doing? Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. Are the stats boosted? It's got a health bar like the Titans. No, they're clearly not boosted. Because if the stat was if the attack stat was boosted, then I would be always healing to full basically. We can no longer be copyrighted by Nintendo? What does that mean? How do we start the epilogue? You go to Kitakami, you go to the store to the right / left. Yeah, that's not helpful. Basically, go to Kitakami, face the entrance of the community building, and then go right until you're at that little corner stand. Don't talk to the woman at the corner stand. Go left in the corner stand a little bit, and you'll see like a purple item to talk to. It's actually kind of hard to see. How long is the epilogue? Pretty short. It's just like a couple of battles and then this. Can't believe you haven't gotten it yet. I don't even think I've hit odds for it. .31 attack I've used is Pug. True. Am I asking, did you get 0 speed Glass J? Nope. I just pivoted to doing this because it came out. I low-key think this form looks cuter. But it looks like a robot from WALL-E while it's like this, doesn't it? Or like something from Big Hero 6. Or Penny Parker from Spider-Verse. Oh, that's all 4, I see. We shot Bossa got me chillin'. That's right, Gummy Boat. We vibe. We fall asleep while we hunt. Is this like a Bossa Nova type beat? Dude, I kind of want to listen to the song from the fucking thingy again. We'll do the video again.
Matt! Yeah? Update day! What? New Wii titles. What? I'm in the bathroom. Update day for the Wii shopping channel. It's funny because normally they do it at midnight, but it's like 11. It's like 11:15. What time is it in Japan? Fucking turn that up. I love that grooving. What kind of music is that? Like a bossa nova beat? Makes me really want to just croon it. This is such a danceable song. You know what we should do? We should write a song for our act with titles of Wii games. Oh, I like it. I like it. Because everybody knows about the Wii shopping channel, and everybody loves to shop on it every Wednesday.
Everybody loves to shop on it every Wednesday.
We'll write a theme
True.
song for the Wii shopping channel. Look, watch this. Watch it. Watch this. Watch this. You can sing to the titles of the Super Mario RPG, Super Mario 3, Mega Man, Neo Turf Masters, Breakin' Star. You know what I mean, Jared? Yeah. Like every star. You say the lyrics of the. Let me try one. Let me try. Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, King Snipe, Dig Dug, Juman Fu, Harvest Moon. You write this song? Like puzzle Pokemon, Toe Jam and Earl and Panic on Funkotron. Castlevania, Fatal Fury, Ninja Judge, Mario Comet, Razor Blazing, Lasers, Bases Loaded, Mega Turrican, Cybernator, Rolling Thunder, Dynastic Hero, Bubble Bobble, Double Triple, Double Dragon, F-Zero. I get it, you memorize the song. Zero X, and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3.
Cruising USA. Love that. This is such a good video. Back to Wii. I don't know, it's like 1% or something, map bridges. A little bit higher than 1%. Plays on your store speakers occasionally. Lit. All the Wii Shop channels soundtracks. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's listen to all of them. We're on Wii Shop. What is Pokemon Puzzle Link? I've never even heard of it. It must be Puzzle League, right? Oh, it's League. Yeah. That's what I thought. I actually would not be a big fan if Pokemon had voice acting, to be honest. But I do think they should stop doing those cutscenes where it like zooms in on a person and they go, and then it's got like the subtitles under it without you pressing A. I think that looks like shit. Just give me the A boxes only. I think that's fine. You don't gotta have voice acting. I think it would sound like shit. Right, this is the DSi shop, it seems. Dude, this one might be better than the Wii Shop one. The DSi one kind of rips, doesn't it? It's got like a very fun energy to it. So this is the June 2011 3DS eShop song. Apparently the 3DS and the Wii U shop themes would change occasionally. This one's kind of boring. Give me the next one. November 2012. What do we got? Ooh. A little better. I'm getting a little bored of these. This is one of my favorite Pokemon songs ever. This is so heat. Yeah, it's really good. I never owned this game, but I fell in love with it by watching PokeAim do Let's Go Pikachu EV Wi-Fi battles. No, this is the like Wi-Fi connection theme in Let's Go Pikachu. It's so funny. There's a comment on the video. If you know it, don't spoil it. So there's a comment on this video that says, I love how this is a remix of the Heart Gold Soul Silver Pokewalker theme. So let's take a listen to that. Don't spoil what the truth of this is. I think this is right. I think this is a fake one. So, pretty good, right? However, it's actually from the Game Boy printer. And it wasn't even really a song. This is the what it is a remake of. What's this? Generations 2, 4, and 7. Oh, it's got all of them. Dude, people counting Let's Go Pikachu Eevee as Gen 7 is so stupid. Fuck you, Joe Merrick, for doing this. Let's Go Pikachu Eevee is not Gen 7. You're all idiots. Everyone who thinks that is stupid, and I will die on this hill. The hill I will literally die on. Oh. I want to do some Kirby music. This song does something to me. I can't explain it. Is it that one dinky? It is from Return to Dreamland. I think it's called Slippery Steps. Yeah, Pecharunt is only timid. Is this the song I wanted? No. I think this is it. Yes. If you guys don't know this song, it's from Rhythm Heaven Fever. It's remix 8. It rips. The only one for me is you. What can I do? That's really funny offbeat Pengu. I have a good taste in music and an eclectic taste in music. I swear. So I used to lose my mind when a coworker I had, she would get there before other people and she would put her phone on and play music really loud. And she had a Pandora station where I'm convinced she disliked so many songs that only 20 songs would play, and I would lose my fucking mind listening to her radio of 25 classic songs. Ooh, we hit 54, which is the second lowest it can be, right? Raging Bolt and the other Paradox are always set to be 20 as all of their IVs, I believe. Yeah, no point to reset them, unfortunately. I would have reset for them if it was the case. What's my favorite country song? Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. What other genres do you like? I'll listen to any genre of music pretty much. Maybe there's some like insanely esoteric genres that like I don't know very much about that I would listen to and like I wouldn't like, but in general, the broad sweeps, I will pretty much like anything. Man, this song rips. What was my HP at? 258, okay. Oh, let's see. What is Mario Paint data overflow? Is it a specific song? Dude, this is from Mario Paint? I know this from Mario Maker. I didn't know this was from Mario Paint. I thought this was from Mario Maker. Oh, it's mad. That's funny. Classic taste respectable. Most of the country I listened to was growing up from my dad. And so any country that he listened to, I like. The only one that really stuck with me a lot is Johnny Cash. I know I like other country artists that he used to listen to. I just could not tell you the names of them. Like if the songs come on, I would know them, but yeah. Wow. Wow, this song rips. We'll play it out. I don't really play any 2D fighters. What up, cow? Nice, cow. Well, you know, it's hard to find game soundtracks I'm gonna love. Like, I have to really be paying attention, and like a lot of game soundtracks have OSTs that I enjoy in the moment to moment of playing the game and liking it, but sticking with me after I'm done with the game is something that's kind of tough to do, I think, for a video game. Not a lot of games do that to me. Like, even games that are like some of my favorites in the world. This is a theme I really like a lot. Whoa, that was loud. To be clear, this game sucks. But the music from this part is very good. This is actually the wrong song. I was thinking of this song. You don't like the Prime games? No, the Prime games are awful. This song is the song I was thinking of. Prime 1 is like by far the worst of them. Prime 1 is a game with a bunch of insane... It is a slow-paced game that offers no skill execution challenge while doing an insane amount of forced backtracking. Like, it's literally nothing that I like about Metroid. The Metroid games are fast-paced adventures whose world designs should be built so that there is no forced backtracking unless you're like dog shit and like need to go back for power-ups. Super Metroid, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Dread, backtracking only happens much later in the game, like after you get items, then you go through older areas, and they always have shortcuts from one area to another. Prime has none of that. It's horrible, and it's a slow-paced slog. A main series 2D Metroid game has literally never taken me more than 4 hours to beat on my first playthrough. Prime games are not like that. Oh shit, I didn't see what HP I got. It's fine if you like Prime, I just do not like it. I'm a very big 2D Metroid fan. Prime 2 is better about the backtracking, and it's also got it more difficult. The game is more difficult in a way that's enjoyable for me. Prime 3 doesn't really feel very much like a Metroid game at all. It's kind of a weird game. The only Metroid game you don't love is OG Metroid 2. No, the OG Metroid 2 is so good. I think it's quite an improvement on OG Metroid 1, because I do not like OG Metroid 1 at all. I think original Metroid 2 really only has one problem, which is in the final area, the lack of drops from enemies can be frustrating. Zero Mission was my favorite until Dread came out. Now Dread's my favorite, but I really like Zero Mission. I think it goes Dread, Zero Mission, OG Metroid 2 are my top 3. And then after that, things get a little bit muddled. After that, I would put maybe Samus Returns, Super, then Fusion, then Metroid 1. That's probably what I would put, and then all 3 primes. Probably Prime 2, 3, and then 1 in that order. How do I know if it has 0 attack? I use Strength Sap, and Strength Sap heals me the number of points that its attack is. And so I know the attack stat that I want, whatever this thing's called again, Pecha something. Pecharunt has, I want it to be 143 as its attack stat. So if I heal from 110 to 253, that means I have the correct amount of attack. You played AM2R? Yeah. It was okay, but the Metroid fights in it are really frustrating, like in an unenjoyable way. I don't think AM2R is as fun as Samus Returns or the Game Boy game. I think I prefer both of those to AM2R. I would still put it above the primes. Dude, the Metroids are like very annoying in that game. They're very slow to kill. But like, and like, they're not like really a skill challenge. And then a bunch of the Omegas and the Zetas can fucking knock you out of the rooms that you're in. It's very tilting. And none of the boss fights are fun in a way that the bosses in the Mercury Steam games are for me. Like the Mercury Steam boss fights are fucking crazy. The Experiment and Ravenbeak are the 2 of the best bosses in the entire Metroid franchise. It's like ridiculous how good they are. Ravenbeak is even like too hard. Ravenbeak is like, he's like so hard that when I beat like you know, I played Metroid Dread the first time and I played through it, and like a lot of the bosses are hard. Like you'll be playing and like you'll die to Kraid a bunch of times. You'll die, well, you don't really die to Drygoga that much. That guy's kind of easy. And then the Experiment is like brutal. I must have died to the Experiment for like an hour straight. It's so tough. And then you get to Ravenbeak, and Ravenbeak alone must have taken, it'd be like 2.5 hours the first time I fucking fought him. So tough. The reflex, everything is so difficult. And then you unlock hard mode, and you go through the game in hard mode, and Kraid and the Experiment and Drygoga are so fucking easy compared to Ravenbeak. Like, you have to be so fast when you're fighting Ravenbeak that you fight like Drygoga and it's like, or you fight the experiment, and it's like, oh, this isn't even fast. Like, that's how, like, in hard mode, I beat the experiment on my first try after beating Ravenbeak on normal mode. And then I get to Ravenbeak and he whoops my ass again because he's hard. So yeah. Yeah, Dread is probably by far my favorite 2D Metroid. It's quick pace. Like, one of my big problems with Samus Returns was too long. My first playthrough of Samus Returns took me 7 hours and 52 minutes or something. Way too long. A Metroid game should not take me that long on my first playthrough. The Metroid games for me should be 4 hours or less, and they should be something I can like spam play. I do think Dread has a pretty good story. Yeah. What's up, Boy Boy? Nice. Good luck on your Shadow Heracross. Where do you put the other? Oh, other M is really bad. No, it's very unfun. Other M has like a very bad story, and I also don't think its gameplay is particularly good. Its gameplay could be worse, but it's still not good. Yeah, it's a remake of Metroid Fusion. It's almost like a weird remake of Metroid Fusion, Other M, that comes before Metroid Fusion. Like, weirdly enough. I think there are good parts of it. I think the gameplay had the ability to be... I think the Metroid game, I think that game had the ability to have good gameplay, but it didn't. And I think if they used more than just a sideways Wii remote as the controller, and you actually had like an analog stick for movement and other things like that, and then they, instead of designing the map the way they did, actually had an open plan map like a traditional Metroid game, the game probably could have been good, but you know. Because this Pokemon is going to be a special attacker, and I don't want it to take very much damage from foul play. I've gotten one attack a couple of times. Zero one's the same thing at 50. They are the same thing at 50, but if I do, this is probably not going to be VGC legal. It's probably going to be Smogon legal, so I would like it to be at 0. Can Pecharunt be shiny? No. Pecharunt is shiny locked, but I will not be going for a shiny. Itchy. Of DJ Pokemon. Why wouldn't this be VGC legal? As far as I'm understanding it, it's classified as a mythical. It's a limited time mystery event only obtainable Pokemon. People are classifying it as a mythical right now. We don't have the DLC. Can you get the event? No, because if you don't have the DLC, you can't go to Kitakami. You might be able to download the item if you don't have the DLC, actually. Technically, it's just like Keldeo and Victini. What do you mean, technically? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that was just a post-game legendary? People are classifying it as a mythical. Apparently, in-game, it's classified as a mythical, according to Matt Yukana. Oh, Lord. Most mythicals for a while have just been given, but Pecharunt can be caught in game. Well, that's simply not true. Best Man, thank you for the gifted member. Appreciate you. Everybody pog Best Man. Another gift from Best Man. Thank you. What the heck? Very pog. Appreciate you. What? Gift in 3. What? What the heck, Vestman? Everybody thank Vestman. What the heck? So yeah, it depends on the game you're talking about. Like in Gen 1, I agree. Shout out Vestman Productions. Very pog. Appreciate you, dog. So like in Gen 1, Mew isn't catchable. In Gen 2, Celebi isn't catchable, right? They're only catchable. They're only gettable via downloads, right? In Gen 3, in only Emerald, Mew is catchable.
Thanks for the donation.
And in Fire Red and Leaf Green and Emerald, you can catch Deoxys, a mythical. But Jirachi is only a gift. So you can't catch all the mythicals. Then in Gen 4, you can catch Darkrai and Shaman, which are mythicals. You cannot catch Arceus, even though it was programmed into the game. And you cannot catch Manaphy. Manaphy is also a gift. In Gen 5, Victini was the only encounterable Pokemon. All the other ones were gifts. But the gifts did give you like little cutscenes and little extra stuff. Like you could take Meloetta or Genesect to a person and they would play a little cutscene for you. Then in Gen 6, Deoxys was actually catchable. And not only was Deoxys catchable in Gen 6, you don't need an event. Deoxys is just, for some reason, programmed into the game. I don't really know why, but Deoxys is just available. You can just go get him. Nothing, no ifs, ands, or buts about Deoxys there. You can just go get it. Then after that, in Gen 7, I don't think any mythicals are catchable in Gen 7. Trying to remember. The only mythicals I even remember being added in Gen 7 is Magearna. And then in Gen 8, you can catch Keldeo. In Gen 8, you can catch Keldeo without any event download needed. You just get it. It's just in there. And then this game now has Meloetta just in there. No download necessary. It's just there. I love Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. And try to get zero attack for Terrapagos. I was under the impression Terrapagos had locked stats. I thought Terrapagos had all IVs, like, locked. Locked stats is better, I think. The hot take is that a legendary having fully IV locked stats is superior because that means you don't have to do any resetting for it. That means you just, the Pokemon is what it is. And you don't have to worry about lower attack or lower speed or any, you can't change it. So it saves on prep time. You don't have to worry about it. How's that a hot take? Oh, well, because a lot of people are complaining, well, you can't get zero speed, blah, 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 blah. Favorite Scarlet and Violet Pokemon that the DSC's out? I really like Brute Bonnet. Oh, excuse me. Holy crap. I'm so sleepy all of a sudden. I don't know why. Brute Bonnet is such a goober. I really like it. Okay, yeah, I am too low energy. I don't know what the deal is, but... I use the move Strength Sap, and Strength Sap heals me for whatever number the attack stat is. And so what I did is come in with a Pokemon that doesn't have full HP, and then I heal, and then I know what I'm supposed to do. So it says want to yield to 253. So my Pokemon is at 110 right now, and I want it to heal by 143 because 143 will be a 0 attack stat Pecharunt. And so if it heals me from 110 to 253, that means that I have a 0 attack Pecharunt in opposition to me. If that makes sense to you. Is the nature fixed? Yes, the nature is always timid. All right, I'm actually going to be done for today. I'm very, very tired for some reason all of a sudden. So what I want to do is send all you to my good friend Papa Hefe, who is streaming my DLC events that I made right now. Oh no, he's not streaming for like another hour. Oh, whatever. I'm still leaving. All right, goodbye, guys.